I know there's some of you in a couple of videos time that are going to go, you're wearing the same outfit. Yeah, we filmed 2 videos in a day because we had 2 things to talk about. We're going to split it out over 2 days though. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, creepy friends. Welcome to Slams and Bobs, where earlier this week we get to do Thunderbirds. Yay! I love doing these early for you. I hate that sometimes they have to go out on Mondays, but today it was on. Unlike last week's cop-out where they made us repeat Tunnels of Time, which you didn't mind. I like Tunnels of Time, don't get me wrong. I felt very positively about that episode. They copped out last week, repeated it, and consequently we've had to wait 2 weeks to do a Thunderbirds video. And my battery's gonna die. Please don't die on me. You just need to last a bit longer. We better be quick. Okay, so this episode was called Skyhook. And basically John is down for a little bit from Earth. And as he's going back up into his little space satellite, he gets a message that there's going to be a big hurricane. And there is something called Cirrus, which is a weather balloon aircraft that's now in danger. And they are being pulled further up into space. Which is a very dangerous thing because the Earth's thinner, they could die. They could probably, their heads could explode if they got up into space that far. So this rescue took the collective works of all 5 brothers, which is something we do love to see. It's one of my favourite things when they chuck everyone in there. Everyone gets their moment, everyone gets to talk, and everyone gets their bit and does their bit, and these are the episodes we love. It's not an easy task. Virgil fails initially because he gets too close, and because of the altitude and the storm, Thunderbird 2 essentially gets hit by something like 100 volts, 100 shots of lightning rather. And he goes down and Gordon has to save him. Did anybody like unique use of Thunderbird 4 in this episode? I did. It connected all different bits to it and Thunderbird 4 flew. That was amazing. We've never seen Thunderbird 4 do that. What a unique idea. That's going to divide fans though, isn't it? That some of you are going to sit there and go, Thunderbird 4 is aquatic rescues. It should not be used in the air. But it's a unique idea. It's something Gerry Anderson didn't do and maybe didn't think of, but it's cool. Gordon consequently has to go down and save Virgil from death. So then Scott tries and says to Virgil, no, you need to go because you're kind of a liability now. We can't trust your rescue. Virgil accepts this, flies off with Gordon. And then Scott has his go, gets a grappling hook on the machine, and then it gets all too much and he fails, and then he nearly plummets to his death as well. So then it calls on Alan to go and have a go. Alan goes up into space, tries to grab them from space, and then his grappling hook breaks and knocks one of his engines out. So now he's out. Who the hell does that leave? So then we get the most unique idea ever, which is John's going to rescue him. This has never happened before. Thunderbird 5 has never ever been used for a rescue like this before, ever. Again, this is going to divide fans, but I liked it. Essentially what John can do is boost himself around in orbit to the exact location of Cirrus as Cirrus is getting higher and higher up, and he can essentially send his pod with the claw like a Teddy claw machine, which I won one on once. There's a fun thing for you. I did actually win the claw machine once as a child and ran away and left money in the machine and then went back and played. Another story another time. And bring them back up to space with him and keep them aboard Thunderbird 5 until someone can rescue them. And I sat there and went, wow, we never had that. Just as they're bursting, of course, he orbits the right position, sends the claw down at great personal risk because he starts to run out of air himself. He's on the floor going, and then you have Eos above him going, you need to put your helmet on, love. You're going to suffocate. Not in those words. Everyone in this episode nearly dies. Virgil falls out of the sky. Scott falls off his grappling hook and nearly dies. Alan nearly falls out of space and dies. John nearly runs out of air. The only one who actually doesn't die and who is actually safe is Gordon Tracy. Did anyone else notice that? Or is that just me noticing random crap again? Probably that one. It was a really good episode because, as I said, everyone was involved. It was all based on one rescue, and the rescue happened quite early on. They were obviously having the banter at the start, and it was nice to see them out by the pool. I don't know if you've seen them out by the pool before. There's something about when the brothers get in danger that make me go, I don't know why. Why is that? It's like me when I write novel characters and they're like, oh, I've created beautiful characters. Oh, but I'm going to screw them all up. Writers are quite evil, you know. Writers are very, very sinister people. We are quite evil. We create lovely work of art characters and then put them through hell. Thanks, phone. Reasons we don't answer the phone in this house is because we get too many cold calls. Like, anyone else would just run to that phone, but no, not me. I know it's going to divide fans because not everyone is going to like the uses of those crafts that way. There's going to be a lot more loyal fans who go, no, Thunderbird 5 just orbits, it's just a satellite, it doesn't have boosters. If it didn't have boosters, how did they get it up in the sky anyway? I like the uniqueness of that take on it because it's obviously, we know, and I say this all the time, Gerry Anderson didn't like John, that's why I didn't have him do anything, but I like the use of John. I like John as a character. He's kind of second place with underneath Virgil right now because I just understand John so much. He's like, there's too many of you around, it's too loud down here, there's too much gravity, and I find that. I don't like it when there's too many people around being noisy. I think me and John would get on. I think we'd probably, me and John could be like that, I think. All that money that those boys have, and they're still in the same blooming clothes all day, every day. Get some new clothes, boys. How did everyone get back to Brains and Base so fast? 1 minute, they're all trying to rescue Cirrus in different ways and they're all in the field. Thunderbird 3's in space, you've got John's in space and Virgil and Scott are on the ground and they're in their crafts and Gordon's controlling Thunderbird 2 because all of Virgil's operations are down because of the lightning bolt thing. And then suddenly, when John's doing his rescue, they're like all back with Brains, sitting around in the base like nothing ever happened. How'd they get back that quick? Should Alan not have stayed in space to then connect to Thunderbird 5 and take people's home when John rescued them? Why would they all just abandon a mission like that? I don't think these people have thought that one through. Maybe Scott and Virgil could have gone back because they had bad aircraft, especially Virgil. Virgil probably had to return home. And I know these crafts go at 1,000 miles an hour, but really? That fast? The last couple of episodes in the last few weeks has really lifted my spirits about this. I know for those of you who have been here since day one, when you know I was super negative, you know that obviously my opinion is changing as the series develops, and it just seems like the further on they go, the better it's getting. I think maybe they had their few episodes where they're like, well, we've got to do this. Every dog has his day, but when all the family is together, we all love it. I'm looking forward to episodes now every week. I like the fact they're not boosting Parker and Penelope too much, but obviously I think all of us old fans just want to hear Parker talk. What they need to do is stop this being 4.5 men, because Alan being like half a man and not a full brother in our eyes is just getting really distracting, and that's kind of my negative comment of the day. It's really, really annoying, and I don't want to see that. I'm getting kind of fed up of seeing that. I will say, it's been a long time since we last had the Hood. So there's going to be some big double episode coming up where the Hood comes out and tries to kill everyone. Hopefully he kidnaps someone. I know that sounds... This is someone who's a kidnap novelist, so I'm sorry. I kind of want him to abduct a brother, because obviously KO's connected to it. Abduct a brother and just drag them all out as a ransom thing. I think that would be a cool episode, but obviously that's in my warped little mind, and as I say, writers are evil. That was Skyhook. I enjoyed it. I don't think it compared to Tunnels of Time or Fireflash. I kind of forgot that there. I'm really sorry. We will be back next week, or I rather will be back next week for the next Thunderbirds episode review. I still don't know whether we're on about 9, 10 or 11. I'm so confused. Either way, it's a good series. We're obviously got like about 15, 16 more episodes to go. Thanks for watching, everyone, and putting up with me. We will have so many pay-per-views, Money in the Bank next week. I don't know what's going on with WWE pay-per-views anymore. I'm just like, this is like 2 weeks, another one, 2 weeks, another one. And my brain is fried. My brain is fried. Bye. Goodbye. No Harley this week to scare, but bye.